So what's going on guys, Kids here and welcome back to a brand new video. For today I will show you the best Glaivier PvP build in Lost Ark. So in this guide I will show you what abilities and awakening skill you want to get. Then I will explain what are the best skill rotations to use for 1v1 and 3v3 arenas. And then lastly I will show you the best gameplay and even which stats you need to allocate for PvP, so you would be able to get the best results and highest damage possible and much more. So if this sounds interesting to you, then let's get right into it. So Glaivier is a spear wielding class. He is very fast paced that has to use 2 different weapons. His main playstyle revolves around having to charge 3 bars and then using the second weapon to get a huge damage boost. In PvP, this is a very strong and fun class to use, and I really recommend for every single Lost Ark player to try this one out. Overall, this class has very high damage, medium tankiness and mobility, key synergy is low, peels are high, and then lastly super armor and class difficulty, both them are on medium. So if you are looking for the best and highest damage 1v1 and 3v3 Glaivier aka Lance Master PvP build, then this is the one for you. Okay, so now let's move over to the build itself, and these are the skills you want to have. And just before we start, you need to know that the Glaivier has 14 different abilities, and you'll be able to use all of them, but not all of them should be upgraded. So in this build part I will show you only the skills you want to upgrade, and then keep the rest of your weapon skills at level 1. So for the first ability we have the Wheel of Blades, and we use 10 levels to unlock the Slam, Tenacity and Consecutive Spin. Then for the second ability we have the Flash Kick, and we use this time just 7 levels to select the Excellent Mobility and Stun effect. Then for the next one we have the Vault ability, and we use 10 levels to unlock the Excellent Mobility, Strong Upper Kick and Scoop. Then for the fourth ability we have the Half Moon Slash, and we use 10 more levels to select the Stretch, Final Decision and Blade of Tornado. Then for the next one we have the Chain Slash ability, and this time we just want to use 4 levels to unlock the Swoop Tripod. So then for the next ability we have the Cutting Wind, and we use 7 levels to select the Quick Preparation and Quickness. Then for the 7th ability we have the Raging Dragon Slash, and we use 10 levels to unlock the Quick Preparation, Quick Slash and Awaken. Then for the next one we have the Spear Dive skill, and we use 7 levels to select the Excellent Mobility and Wide Strike. So then for one of the last abilities we have the Spiraling Spear, and we use just 4 levels to unlock the Firepower Control. Then for the next ability we have the Four-Headed Dragon, and we use 4 more levels to unlock the Swift Fingers. Then for the next one we have the Chest of Destruction, and we use once again 4 levels to select the Swift Fingers Tripod. Then for the 12th ability we have the Starfall Pounce, and we use one last time just 4 levels to unlock the Wide Angle Attack. Then for the next ability we have the Giant Scale Defense, and we use 7 levels to select the Steady Belief and Mind Destruction. And then for the last and final ability we have the Red Giant's Horn, and we use our last 10 levels to unlock the Reaction Speed, Spear of Destruction and Aiming Distance. Then for your Awakening skill you want to get the Spear Meteor, and for your combat stats you want to have 1 crit, 249 domination and 750 swiftness. Okay, so then moving over to the gameplay, and if you have played this class while leveling, you will be very familiar with the skills, so I will just try to give you a short description. So then for the first 2 abilities we have the Flash Kick and Chain Slash, and these are your main basic mobility skills. Then the next ability is called the Vault, which is the best skill to throw your enemies in the air, as it has a quick execution and low cooldown. Then for the next 3 skills we have the Raging Dragon Slash, Wheel of Blades and Half Moon Slash, and these are your main damage abilities. Then for the next ability we have the Spear Dive, and this ability will make your character jump and thrust your spear forwards, inflicting bunch of damage, and before performing the rotation kick you'll be able to throw the spear again, doing even more damage, so try to be careful and don't miss the spear throws. Then the next ability is called the Cutting Wind, and this is a very good engaging skill when Flash Kick or Spear Dive abilities miss the target, because the Cutting Wind is instant cast, and it will most likely catch the enemy off guard. Then moving over to the next one, which is called the Giant Scale Defense, and this is a quick and easy defense that will give you a shield as long as you hold the skill. Then for one of the last abilities we have the Chest of Destruction and Starfall Pounce, and both these skills are really good DPS dealers that most importantly will give you bunch of attack speed, and you'll be able to do a lot of AoE damage. So then for the last normal ability we have the Red Giant's Horn, and this is our highest damage skill, which on top of all this will give us has 100% crit chance as well. So whenever you're planning to do the highest DPS numbers, then for sure finish your combo with this ability. And then last but not the least, for your awakening skill, we have the Spear Meteor. And from both of our options, this is the highest damage awakening skill. This ability will make your Glaivier throw the spear, which then will focus your energy onto the targeted spear area, and then when your spear strikes the ground, he will be making bunch of explosions, which will do massive amounts of damage to the enemy, and then lastly the last explosion will knock the enemies back. Okay, so then moving over to your playstyle, and I will give you the best rotation, that if you use it properly, you'll be able to do the highest damage possible. So at the beginning of the fight, you want to engage the enemy with the flash kick, spear dive, cutting wind or dragon scale defense, and then follow that up with the half moon slash, raging dragon slash, then wait for the enemy to fall in the mid-air or spacebar away, and immediately charge your red dragon's horn ability while they are still in the tornado and do huge amount of damage. Then as far as the other skills are concerned, which are not mentioned in this rotation, they are just filler skills that you can use while waiting for your main damage abilities to come back up. Important to note is that Glaivier aka Lance Master has very strong engagement skills, as they all have pretty fast animations, and if your flash kick or spear dive misses the target, then use the cutting wind because it will help you to catch the enemy off guard because of its quick animation. So like any build in PvP, this rotation will start with high mobility skill to catch the enemy, then we stagger the target or push him in the air, and then lastly while the enemy is down or trying to recover, we finish him off with our highest damage kills. So now for my last and final conclusions for this build. If you are a player that cares about using the best of the best, then this build is by far the best setup that you can have for a Glaivier class. Then as you have two available weapons which are filled with different abilities, don't forget to use the rest of your skills when your main damage abilities are on cooldown. Then as well, I strongly recommend you to stick with your team in order to protect each other. But of course, you're feel free to branch off from time to time to look for engagements or free solo kills. And then lastly, as the Glaivier is the new class, try to be unpredictable with your mobility skills and engagements, so this will help you a lot when fighting newer players. And then on top of all this, before we end the video, I want to give you two alternatives in case you don't like one of these abilities in this build. But if you're purely looking for the best of the best, then stick with the other skill setup we covered previously. So a decent alternative is to replace your Spear Meteor Awakening skill for the Storming Red Dragon. Both of these options are really good, but for PvP, the Spear Meteor is more useful and is easier to land. The cool thing about the Storming Red Dragon is that while your character is using the blue skill weapon, then you'll be able to perform the awakening 0.5 seconds faster. So this is a simple and nice thing to use for the best results possible. But like I said, if you want to use the best of the best, then my first option is still the most viable one. And then second of all, you can switch your spear dive or chain slash skills for the double strike or wind splitter. Both of them do basically the same thing, but the playstyle is a bit different, and that's about it. So with that said, I really do appreciate everyone for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feedback or other good Lost Ark PvP classes that you would like to see in the next video, then feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. And then lastly, while you're doing that, please click like, subscribe and enable that notification bell. So this way you could support the channel and you won't miss any more amazing content from me. With all this said, you have an amazing day and I'll catch you in my next video. So take it easy, peace.